What is going on, Facebook world? I am running a few minutes late. We have been at National Night Out, and Jennifer has been super busy doing some cool stuff. And I'm going to be going live when Brittany Harper comes on. She will be joining me. And let's see. Yeah, what's up, Wyatt? So, excuse the darkness and stuff. I'm trying to get situated in. I have been with my kids at the National Night Out in Diamond Head, where we've been having a lot of cool stuff with all the kids and parents of the area, where we have been doing a lot of law enforcement training, like some anti-drug training. They've been doing a lot of things where the kids could crawl on the boats and the all the stuff like that, so they learn more about safe community, learn more about being responsible and stuff. I always love those kind of events when the city puts those things on, and I can take my children and they get all excited, and of course they get the freebies and the hands-outs and stuff like that, and they like all that. So I'm adding Brittany Harper right now. Y'all have no idea how exciting this is to be on. I really appreciate y'all. Show some thumbs up. Feel free to share this video, y'all. I can see some folks just kind of jumping in on it right now. And while I'm waiting for the video to add Brittany, I've already sent the request and it says that she's adding. But I hope everybody's having a great start to the week. I hope y'all weekends were great. I hope that something went wrong with the request. So let's see. Let me try it again. So hey, Brittany. So she's commenting. Let's see if it adds this time. So anyway, hope y'all all had good weekends. We had a very busy weekend this weekend with the kids. We had a baseball practice on Friday night. We had a football game on Saturday where we coached Saturday, and then we had a baseball tournament for two of the kids yesterday. And there she is, my favorite, Brittany Harper. What is happening, Miss Brittany Harper?
How you doing?
Woo! I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off.
Hey, that's the story of my life.
So I just wanted to introduce you because there are probably a handful or a lot of people who will be watching this video that don't know you. This is Brittany Harper. She is an RFX Circle Achiever and Lexus driver within Rodan and Fields. She is my upline's upline, and she has been an incredible blessing. Her and her whole family, in fact, her sisters and her mom have been just an incredible blessing to Jennifer and me in our business, with the amount of support that she shows, with the amount of encouragement that she gives and everything else. And I just wanted to come on and first I'll tell you, we're very blessed and honored to be your friends, and then also to be able to do this live with you tonight. I'm so excited.
You're so welcome.
So,
and, there's one thing about this business. Of course, we're in business together, but there's so much more than just skincare about this. The fact that I have been down here lately and you have messaged me, you and Jennifer have been praying for me. This company brings so many friendships together, and that's just icing on the cake, is it not?
I agree, because other than through RNF, I'm not sure how our paths would have ever crossed. With
Probably
you,
never.
with Adrian, with Laura, with Becca. Yeah. I mean, and then of course with Chris, me and Chris, of course, I was not too happy about Florida beating LSU the other day because he made sure to message me right away. Adrian's husband, Chris. So, but thanks again for coming on. I know you have some time constraints because y'all have another training and video for your whole team, myself included, coming up. Part of the incredible encouragement and support that we get from y'all. But I wanted to just have you come on and just kind of tell like your how, your why, and what it's been like for you. You have a really good story and you're such an encouragement. So I just wanted to get on with you and just listen to you go.
Well, thank you, Jerome. It's an honor. I want to start out by saying this, that I don't see myself as special. I don't see myself as above any other consultant in this company. The title is great. The accomplishments are great. But let me just tell you, I'm me. I'm as normal as they come. And I'm living proof that if I can accomplish what I have in this company, that anybody can. Now, how long it may take, we don't know. You know, everybody's journey is totally different. But the fact that I have proven that this system works, the business plan works, and the doctors and the products are credible, the fact that I've proven it is just a testament to other people of what could be a possibility for them. So let me take you back a little bit to where you'll hear a little bit about me. And for those that are watching, they may truthfully say, wow, this company is no respecter of persons. Even if I don't have a college degree or even if I have a doctorate, there's a place for me at Rodan and Fields. So about 6.5 years ago now, I'm just going to be completely honest with you. My husband and I, we were going through a very, 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 very hard time financially. And that was not for lack of my husband's work ethic, but his company, his painting and sheetrocking company that he had had for over a decade, literally had plummeted. There were no jobs lined up. There were no jobs even in the future, no bids being done, and no jobs actually being done for about a month. For about 3 or 4 weeks there, we did not have one penny coming into our house. Okay. That in itself is devastating enough. But let me give you the backstory. My husband and I, we've been married for almost 19 years now. So 6 years ago, we'd been married for about 13 years at the time. We had 6 babies at the time. We have 7 now. But back then, at that point in time, our set of twins were about 4 to 5 months old. So not only do we have 4 older children, we had 2 infants. We were homeschooling. We were in ministry, helping at the church, things like that. And we had no money. So
you were broke and overcommitted.
1 million percent.
Yeah.
1 million percent. And I would be lying to you if I said that when he had work, there was excess. There wasn't. We barely lived week to week as it was. And again, not for lack of his effort, but with the size of our family and being self-employed, the income was so limited. And then, like I said, if there's no jobs, then where is the income? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yes.
So we were at the lowest of low financially. We were over $500 overdrawn.
Oof.
We were to the point where family was helping with the power. Family was helping with bills. Family was helping with food. So I'm just sharing you the true, real story here.
Yeah.
So I, as a mom, was devastated. Of course, my husband was too. He was hunting jobs coming and going, you know.
Yeah.
But as a mom, I thought, what can I do? What can I do to help my husband? How can I make a difference? And I can remember Christmas after Christmas buying all or most of my children Christmas presents on Craigslist or shopping at garage sales for months before Christmas. So as a mom, there was a heartstring being pulled there constantly. Like, how can I help? So during that summer of 2012, when we were going through that, before I had the twins, before I was carrying the twins, I had done some baking work. And I constantly had people asking me to fulfill orders. But again, this was inside my home, inside or around homeschooling, alongside the children. So I thought, here I am now with 2 new babies. If I'm going to have to open a bakery to pursue this baking, then how in the world would I even do it? But
Right.
I'll be honest, I was so willing to do whatever I had to at that point to help.
Right.
So I thought our only option was opening a bakery. That's what we really thought. And I even remember one day my husband, he came to me and he said, you know what? He said, your bakery could be right up there on the hill. We really thought that might be our answer. So anyway, I sat on my front porch of July 16th of 2012. And I sat there and I said, Lord, you know what situation we're in. You know I'm willing to open a bakery. And if you want me to open a bakery, I need you to let me know.
Yeah.
And he basically knew that I was pleading for extra income. And I said, Lord, I need an answer within 24 hours.
Right.
So I know that sounds so ridiculous that I basically put the Lord on a time frame. But, you know, part of me was thinking, Brittany, you're crazy. I can't believe you just did that. But then the other part of me knew without a shadow of a doubt, if he wanted to tell me within 24 hours, he would and he could.
Yes.
So I was sitting there on my porch and I said, yeah, I'm sticking with my prayer. 24 hours, Lord, please give me an answer. So I'll be honest with you. I even had a baking website, even though I was doing it inside my home, like I said. And there had been several reputable companies checking out my website. Even Betty Crocker had visited it day after day after day. So I'm thinking, here is my morning that I'm going to hear something from the baking industry, or whether it be a stainless steel oven just delivered to my front porch, you know, just something crazy.
Yeah.
I was looking for my answer. Well, of course, that didn't happen. And most of that day, I was beginning to think, what in the world, you know? Well, around lunchtime, my mom called and she said, let's go to your sister's meeting. And I said, Mama, you know, friend. I said, I had absolutely no extra money for makeup. I thought Radin and Fields was makeup. I was so wrong. And I said, I cannot go. There's nothing for me there, basically. So I told her no. So she called back a couple of hours later, and she's, you know, still trying to get me to come. And basically, I'm sitting there saying, you know, Mama, the story has not changed. I'm not going. So she called one last time before she was about to leave for the meeting. And she said, can I please come pick you up? And by this point in the evening, I was nearly in tears. I was completely, just totally distraught because I kept thinking, where's the answer coming from? It's got to come.
Right.
So anyway, my husband was more than willing to keep all the babies. God love him. And he said, ride with your mama. Just go. So Jerome, I went. Mom came and picked me up. I'm sure I took a purse, but there was not $1 in it.
You gotta have the accessories.
Yeah. I went strictly because my mama wanted me to, and deep down to support one of my baby sisters. But there was nothing beyond that, nothing whatsoever. So I got there to the meeting, and there was maybe 6 or 7 people there. There weren't a whole lot, maybe 8, you know, under 10, just a handful of people. And I will tell you, there were no products like we have today. None. There was 4 regimen boxes and like an eye cream. That's about it. Nothing like we have today. There was no #1 stats. There was no #1 anti-aging skincare in America. There was no #1 premium acne treatment. There was no #1 fastest growing, none of that. But what was there, and this may sound so funny, but what was there was a lady, and she had written with a Sharpie marker on a white flip chart. And the first page of that flip chart said the Proactive doctors have a brand new brand in skincare. And they're basically going to revolutionize the anti-aging market. And I saw that and I read that and I thought, whoa, this is not makeup.
Right.
This is Proactive. Okay, I know what Proactive is. My sister Adrienne, as some of you on here know, as Jerome said, I have 3 sisters. And Adrienne had suffered with acne nearly her whole teenage years. And seeing 3 bottles of Proactive was just a common thing in our back room. So once I realized that this was an opportunity with the Proactive doctors, that this was just their second totally different brand, a light bulb went off. And I actually even have a business degree, and I've opened retail stores. And like I said, my husband's an entrepreneur, so we understand numbers and we understand business. So part of me at that point was going, oh, my stars, my sister really may be onto something. But I've got to be completely honest with you again. Although I understand numbers and I love opportunities, I get things like that, me as a person, I'm the shyest person by nature you'll probably ever meet, okay? I can open a bakery all day long. I can open a retail store all day long, but I want those customers to come in the door.
Right,
right. Salesperson. It's not my nature. I wish I was, but it's just not me. So through the whole presentation, I sat there and I basically thought, there is no way Not just there's no way, there's no stinking way this
Right.
works for me. Who would buy skincare from a mom of 6? I live in a little town in Mississippi with 2 red lights. I don't know even enough people who I could even share this with at this point. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Plus, if they had offered me $1 million right then to speak in front of somebody, even as bad as I needed money, I would have had to pass it up. Or I would have passed out crying, one of the two. But anyway, so the whole presentation, I dismissed it. Completely dismissed it. And then once it was over, once the meeting was over, Laura, my sister, had several people wanting to join her. People were scooping up products just left and right. And sitting right in front of me, her commission that would be coming to her on her next check was around $700 to $800 or $900. And to me at that point, that was worth thousands upon thousands to me, because $700 means whether the lights are paid by me, whether the gas in the car is paid by me, and whether the food on the table is bought by me. You know what I'm saying? $700
Right.
can make or break a household for the month.
Yes.
So I thought to myself, oh my stars, what if this is the answer? What if this is what the Lord's trying to tell me within 24 hours? So I sat there and I thought, I'm terrified. I'm scared to death. Like I told you, I don't think I can do this. But what if, just what if this is that? So, looking back, I shudder to think, had I walked past that opportunity, because I might have believed and told myself that I couldn't do it. When in fact, it was, no question about it, the answer the Lord was trying to tell me. And it wasn't something I was comfortable with at the time. It wasn't. He was completely taking me out of my comfort zone.
And nothing you could afford.
Setting my family free.
That's right.
So, sometimes in life, we have to realize the best things are not always the easiest things. They're not.
Right. Right.
But the price we pay is so worth it. Because in the end, the fears that I had, the emotions that I had, the anxiety that I had to get over, the gain has just been astronomical. So, and I don't say that lightly, because those fears were so real. So if you're a new consultant with Rodan and Fields and those fears are real, I was there. I was so there. But here I am 6.5 years later. I'm proof that you can do it. So I ended up joining, and you're probably thinking, well, you went with no money. How did you join? Well, I got to be honest with you again. My mom actually had a credit card there with her, and she said, Britt, if you want to join, I'm here to support you. I'll help you in any way I can.
Wow. So
she whipped out her credit card, and I purchased my business kit on her credit card. Of course, I ended up raking and scraping or even selling some of the product in the kit, and I paid her back.
Right.
But anyway, my husband, that night, he said, so, are you thinking about doing this? He said, I can tell by the look on your face. He said, it looks like you've already done it. And he said, here's my only question. He said, where in the world did you get that money to join? And I said, well, I didn't have the money, but it's on Mama's credit card. And he got so upset with me. It's funny now, but I was boo-hooing.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said, Brittany, he said, you will never see that money back. You'll never see it back.
Oh, really?
Yes. And I was so devastated. I just began to even cry more because, I was thinking maybe here's my answer.
Right.
And then I came home and he was not supportive. So he saw how upset it made me. He saw how upset it made me. And he looked at me and then he said, you know what? He said, if I can talk you out of this quick, you just walked in the door. He said, you really shouldn't be doing it anyway. So that was like pouring fuel on the fire.
Dang.
Oh my God, I gotta do this now. So anyway, I was still crying. I said, you know what? This company, it wasn't even technically our company at that point I'd just joined, but I said, the company, everything's a 60-day money back guarantee. I can send the business kit back. There's no risk involved. There's nothing to lose. Let's just quit arguing. It's over. So anyway, we made it through that night. I don't remember what happened after that. But he told me a couple of days later, he came to me and he said, Brittany, he said, I got to be honest with you. He said, I have been secretly trying my hardest to dig up every piece of dirt on Rodan and Fields I can get my hands on. He said, I have scoured any information I can find. He said, I have even researched Rodan and Fields scam. He said, I have tried my hardest. He said, and I got to be honest with you, he said, I can't find anything negative about the company. He said, I can't. He said, you really may be onto something. He said, even if there was a link that I clicked on that said Rodan and Fields scam, he said, by the time I got to the end, they were validating how it is not a scam.
Wow. Yeah.
So, you know, again, if there's a consultant on here and your spouse is not supportive, I was there. But you know what? He saw me begin to press forward and overcome my fears and began to share this business with passion. And I'd even asked him in the beginning, I said, will you take it around? Will you help me? Will you do this? He said, absolutely not. He said, you are doing this and I do drywall. I do painting. So anyway, I knew at that point it was up to me.
Yeah.
And I knew at that point, if I was going to do this, I had to do it for my babies. And of course for him too. So I began, you're probably thinking, well, if you're shy, you didn't know what you were doing, I'd never put Rodan and Fields on your face. How did you begin to start and how did you get where you are today? Well, what I'm fixing to tell you, I've told people over and over and over for years and years and years. There's no secret. There's no magic wand. Just consistently without fail, I have told people over and over and over, I have found an opportunity. And back in the day, I said that I truly believe is going to change my life. Yeah. I've never seen an opportunity like this before where you can partner with 2 dermatologists with award-winning products, and I truly believe it's going to change my life. Can I tell you about it? Can I tell you how you can earn money? If it's product related, I would say I found a skincare line, a product line that if you're not happy with your skin, I can help you. There's nothing more than those 2 things that I've said the whole time. Right. And I said those 2 things long enough that now I can say this company has radically changed my life. But back in the beginning, I said, I believe this company is going to change my life. Right. And I did. I doubted me completely. I doubted me 1,000,000%. But I never, ever, ever, ever once doubted Dr. Katie and Dr. Kathy. That's one thing that never wavered with me. Right. I knew for a fact that if they stamped their name across the brand, that if half of what my leaders were telling me and half of what I was reading, if just half of that was true, it could change my life. I knew that. And of course, it was all true and then some. Right. But anyway, so I continued to do those things. As I was just telling you, that simple, telling people, can I share it with you? Because truthfully, we live in one of the poorest states in the nation. That's right. Income. You know, price point was a huge objection here. People truthfully didn't have a lot of money for regimens because we are premium. You pay for what you get with Rodan and Fields. It is premium skincare. And, you know, I needed income. It wasn't to where I had gone and bought a $200 regimen just out of the blue. So it pulled at my heartstrings that I had found something that I could help people to where they could purchase those things if they wanted to, or whatever it may be. So I'll be honest with you, I ran with the business in the beginning. I did not run with the products. I loved the products, and of course I started using them instantly and fell in love, but I ran with the business because that was where my heart was tugging and where my heart was to see other people get help too, not just me. So anyway, just continually sharing, telling the same thing over and over and over. My first check, now I will tell you this, it took me a couple of months to get that first check. It was not the first month, but after a couple of months in, my first check was $515. And I will never forget it. It was like the doctors had handed me 5 I was so happy. And, you know, I told myself, if I can do this in this short amount of time, even if it's a couple of months, when I did I lose you? I had a call come in.
Just for a second. Just for a second.
Okay. What did I last say? What did you hear?
The last thing I heard was you had felt like the doctors had just handed you $5,000,
Yes.
and you thought, if I could, and then I lost
Okay.
you.
So I was telling myself, if I could earn that much in such a short amount of time when I came up to the company with zero experience, what could I do in a year's time or 2 years' time or 3 years' time?
Yeah.
The more I learned. So anyway, I just kept doing it. Just kept doing the same thing over and over. Okay, so that was my first check at month 18. Now, I will be honest with you. My babies were on the line here. My baby's well-being was on the line.
Right.
So I was all out there. Okay, I was giving it my best times 10. I was not part-time in this. So I don't want you to think that it was an easy get-rich kind of thing. It was not.
Right.
I was beyond hustling. But at month 18 is when not only me, but 2 of my sisters and our mom, we all qualified for our free Lexus from the doctors.
Wow.
We were all earning around $7,000 to $8,000 a month at that point.
Wow.
To be honest with you, Jerome, my ultimate goal with Radiant Fields was to only earn $2,000 a month. That was my wildest dream. I thought if I can bring in $500 a month, still homeschool my babies, and help my husband, this is the life, you know? How amazing is it? So that was my ultimate goal. So at month 18, I had already basically tripled my ultimate goal. So it was beyond my wildest dreams at that point. But obviously I kept working. So at year 3, I was at about $13,000 to $14,000 a month, give or take. Now here we are 6 years later. 6 years later. What my earnings are per month now are larger than Ben's yearly income with his business. Okay? It's mind-blowing. I'm as normal as they come. I am as down-to-earth as they come. I live in the most little country town there is. But the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing about this company is that when you can partner with 2 ladies who carry such credibility, and that we are basically a virtual franchise with no walls, no ceilings, and that my business can be in all 50 states at any time of the day. And that Dr. Katie and Dr. Kathy will ship products anywhere from me. They do the warehouse, they do the shipping, the inventory, the taxes. They just pay me. That is the most beautiful partnership ever. I mean, I've owned my own businesses. I've had to pay payroll taxes. I've had to get insurance out the wazoo on workman's comp and, you know, liability and all these crazy things that go along with owning your own business. But with this company, they basically got everything mapped out for you.
Right.
They simply say, here's our name, here's our brand, here's our products that are topping the charts now, and we will pay you up to 31% to market them for us. Back in the day with Proactive, we paid the celebrities. Today, we're paying you. That's right. So, I mean, it is mind-blowing, Jerome. And, you know, like I said in the beginning, this business, some people, it may take a lot longer than it did me. Right. Some people, it may take 10 years to earn a Lexus. But you know what? I can say this with all belief of this. I truly believe anybody that walks up to this company with dedication and perseverance and belief in this company, no matter how long it takes, can succeed in whatever their success may be. Everybody's level of success is different in their own eyes. But I believe you can accomplish whatever you choose to in this company with time, effort, and dedication. I believe it. I believe it. Because I had every single odd in the book stacked against me. Every single odd. Every single odd. And I'm just so overwhelmingly thankful just overwhelmingly thankful. And that's what the tag on the back of my Lexus says, is thankful, because my heart, you know, it's just a mind-blowing blessing to me that this company even crossed our paths when it did. You know, if the truth be known, Jerome, so many people don't even know about Red Fields yet. They don't. And
that's true.
They don't. And, you know, we're at a moment in time where I truly believe that decades down the road, people will have given their right and left arm to be where we're at today, in the beginning stages of this company. You know, we can touch the founders. We can see the founders. I've been on trips with them, just saw them at convention. To be in this stage of the game with this company, you know, in the beginning stages, before we're completely global in all these other countries, and the fact that we're going further global, and the fact that Dr. Katie and Dr. Kathy are not stopping now, I mean,
right.
I can't imagine it getting any better, Jerome, but it's gonna. It's mind-blowing.
And look, you know, y'all are like us when you say that. And the doctor said with TPG up there that we're going to be #1 in the world. So you already know they said #1 in the U.S., #1 in North America. They've accomplished that. #1 in the world, we're proactive. #1 in the world means they're going to be #1 in the world.
No doubt.
And I can say that I want to take as many people with us, just like y'all want to take as many people with y'all as possible. This isn't as much about me. Yes, do we benefit? Of course we do. But this is it opened our eyes into a whole nother area in which we can help people that we previously hadn't been able to, in a way that we never could on our own. And then have other people help other people, help other people all the way down the line, just like you and Adrian and your sisters have done, and those above you have done. And so for me, I'm sitting here and I'm like talking to y'all and messaging with y'all and everything, and just receiving so much. And Jennifer is too, my wife. And it's like, who would have ever thought that these ladies who have been so successful in this business would care so much individually about us and our success, you know? And so for us, it's just like, wow, I figured we would get support. Don't get me wrong, but the skeptic in me, even though I was the one who brought the business to Jennifer, was like, this is what we need to do. I was even kind of like, I think we're going to be all alone on this thing at some point. Boy, was I wrong. The more we stuck with it, the more support we get. It's amazing.
It really is. That's, you know, I don't know if it's our upbringing or what, but my mom and daddy, when they raised all of us, that when we start something, we're going to finish it. And we're going to, you know, 9.9 times out of 10, we're going to give it our dead level best. And our hearts are truly with our team succeeding. I mean, truthfully, you know, if it were money at this point, I would have stopped a long time ago.
Right.
What's another $10,000 a month? I mean it. I don't mean that disrespectfully, but you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not doing this for money. I'm not. I want my team to see what I've seen. I don't want it just for me. You know, I mean,
I do.
And like you say, the fact that we can give this. Back in the day, when people were helping me, there was no way I could help anybody else. No way. When your bills aren't paid, when your babies aren't fed, and when you can't buy new shoes for your children, you sure can't buy it for anyone else.
Right.
And that's what I have seen this business on so many different levels. Yes, we can give people the business and help them and help train and do things like that, help them change their life. Or we can use how we're blessed to help change their life. So many different aspects to that. And I'm just so thankful that Dr. Katie and Dr. Kathy, you know, they could have placed this brand in the pharmaceutical industry, and it probably would have become the #1 skincare in America 7 years ago.
Right.
But they gave it to us, and they truthfully care about people. And our company logo, Changing Skin and Changing Lives, or Life-Changing Skincare, that means more than just the skincare. That's why the doctors put this in the direct selling channel, in order to change not only people's skin, but people's lives. And I've seen it happen. So many on my team have matched their income, supplemented their incomes, ended up retiring. The list goes on and on and on. And like I tell you, we're just getting started.
That's right.
I don't think my doctors and I have ever been more excited. I don't know how we keep doing that, but we always are just so excited.
And it shows, it really shows in the authenticity of everyone that we talk to in our upline and the excitement of those in our downline from Jennifer and me. It's really the ones who really get it, like you said, when the light bulb goes off.
Yeah.
I do have a question I want to ask you, and this is mainly for folks who have no idea about Rodan and Fields. Jennifer and I always talk about how awesome the extra stuff is that comes with RNF, not only from the doctors, which is a lot by itself, but also from our team, from the sisters, from you and your sisters and all, and the things that y'all are constantly just throwing out. It's like not cheapy stuff either. Jennifer's loving her Tory Burch sandals, by the way.
I had the best time sending those to her. I mean, I remember getting my first pair of Tory Burch, and it was years after I'd been in the business. So it's a joy to me to be able to give things like that, you know, because I was that girl who couldn't afford it.
Yes.
So it is just excitement through the roof when you can actually buy that for somebody.
I still hear, she wears them all the time, and I still hear about how she got them. She's so excited. But the question for you is, tell us about your necklace.
My necklace.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is actual diamonds, yes, from the doctors. And what's so unbelievable about the necklace that the doctor sent me is this was actually made in Israel. So it has a whole nother meaning to me. But what this is, as far as the company, it is considered basically, I would say, the recognizable token whenever you see this. And what it represents is that I have achieved RFX Circle. And what RFX Circle means is that you have achieved basically that it's what has been the highest title in the company since beginning until this year when they just put a new title, which is just unreal. But so this represents basically a lot of dedication, truthfully, is what it means.
That's right.
It means that I have personally helped many of my direct business partners reach the top 2% of the company. And then many other direct business partners also promote and earn income. So it's basically just a token of, you know, appreciation from the doctors, but that's what it means. It represents our title, RFX Circle. And I would have a diamond necklace worth this much money. I mean, I just never dreamed it. And I can tell you that
I can tell you that my wife is looking forward to hers. She is so looking forward to it.
No doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind.
Well, I know you have another live event to do tonight that we are just so thankful for that as well. I cannot express how blessed, how the gratitude for, that I have for you for doing this tonight. Y'all, anybody out there who is watching, you can contact me. There's another live thing that tonight that Brittany and her sisters are doing. I can get you in on that. Just shoot me a message, shoot Brittany a message. We'll get you in on that. If you have more questions, or if you're just like, you know what, Jerome, I have seen enough. I've heard enough. You beat me to death with this. Jennifer's just, okay, I've got to know, and I'm just ready to do it. We can do it online. It takes 5 minutes. Jump in. If you hate it, you get your money back.
That's what I love to tell everybody. There is absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
Absolutely nothing. Hey, and whatever you're insecure about, I will guarantee you, if you put the effort in, you're going to work through those insecurities, and you'll change yourself for the better with this business as well. We love y'all, Brittany, so much.
Love y'all too. Tell Jennifer, hey.
Thank you. I will. Funny story. You ready? 30 seconds. She walked in, and she's got an event going on in the living room right now. And so she walked in. Yes, she walked in and crawled across the bathroom floor behind me to get something out of the couch. I kept looking down and smiling and crawled back to go back to the living room.
I love it. Both ends of the house working.
That's what we doing. Thank you, Brittany. We love y'all.
You're welcome, Jerome. It's been fun. Y'all take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.